Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, Bobby Dodd Stadium and the home of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. The Rambling Wreck is here, and these fans have been waiting since early in the day to get this one cranked up. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on a team from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Yellow Jackets will put total leather to crank us up. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Colorado's offense has the ball first today. And David, they've got a tight end who might not be a superstar, but he always seems to be in the right place, always ready to be a safety valve for this quarterback.
No, and this guy dictates to the defense. It's so nice to be able to move him around. He's the chess piece. He's the playmaker on offense that can do a lot of things. And if they're going to be successful, the big tight end's going to be the reason why.
And he's a very reliable target, too. We've seen him make some really tough catches in some big moments for this offense. He's going to have to do that in this game today. The defense is keying on him. They know that's where the quarterback's eyes are going to be going early and often in this game, so the tight end's got to step up.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. That's reeled in. It's Miller. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31. Guys, let's look big picture at Colorado. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing third down. To the ground with the back. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. And the Buffaloes trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. He wants to throw it. Oh, they're after him. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on second and goal from the 5. To the air, it's St. Clair. Trying to barrel in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Colorado. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
No bones about it on that third down and goal. You knew exactly what they're doing. We're not kicking field goals. We're here for touchdowns, and it is a physical run. He lowers his shoulder right between the tackles, going to get in the end zone. Way to start this football game for this offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets offense will try to get something going with their first possession. When you look at the matchups in the passing game, you might think that this guy's going to be overmatched at corner, but I think he's really looking for the opportunity to prove that he can match up with one of the nation's best.
Yeah, and this receiver always wants the ball. He especially wants it, though, today, considering what he's up against. He told us coming into this game that he should be able to dominate and get a lot of looks. This defense is going to have to find ways creatively to get this guy matched up and covered. They're probably not going to be able to do it with just one guy with that corner out there, David, because this receiver is a difference maker.
No, and this isn't a great secondary, but they're going to have to play a great game. And this challenge is big because he's a superstar. So let's make sure we don't give up the big plays. Maybe play a little bit deeper than normal, sometimes get a little bit physical. This secondary has a tremendous challenge on their hands.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Gets the back moving. To the air, it's King. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. The Yellow Jackets really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Moves away as he feels pressure. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback. And you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. And the Yellow Jackets with the 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the...
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Pulls it in. It's Miller.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And the Buffaloes can play this 2nd down a lot from pressure. Makes one man miss. Oh, he's got some space. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. From the gun, the running back has it. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for space. It's Green. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. And they'll try to break the seal on the 2nd quarter by putting 3 on the board. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Absolutely center cut. And with that, they've taken the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Kansas is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you never know. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Georgia. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Solid run. Picks up 6 and gets it to the 28. The Buffaloes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air. It's St. Clair. Pressure coming. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Give to the single back. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but I hate the play call there. It's 3rd and long. You're in your own end of the field. That's a play. You got to throw it. You got to trust someone to make a catch and go make a play. You're trying to catch the defense off guard. Nobody falls for it. It's just a bad play.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. It's complete on the right side. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. This offense has it with really good field position. Caught in the backfield. It's Alexander. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Yellow Jackets with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They go to the ground. Runs through a tackle. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and can...
Going for it all. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
And he finds the end zone. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
And they tacked on the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Complete in the middle. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. Takes the handoff. It's Hayden. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Finds his man. It's Williams. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to buy time. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Got his man. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 1st and goal and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. And the quarterback pulled up 2 and sacked at the 12.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on 1st down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
About to have the 9th snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
They got him. It's a sack. Took a chance to try to score the touchdown, and now get nothing. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to throw. It's King. Complete with conviction on the crosser. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Give to the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Singleton. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. And the Yellow Jackets will bring the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half, down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
And the Buffaloes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Scanning the field, it's St. Clair. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
And you know they're going to go for it again on fourth down. At least you think they are, because early in this game we've already seen them try to go for it on a couple fourth downs. They didn't get any of those. They got to find a way to stay on the field here. They've got to get their best playmaker on offense, the football.
And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. That time they were in their own territory. That took some lower intestinal fortitude.
It definitely did. And listen, if that's what you're going to be, that's who you're going to be. You're going to be that kind of offense and be aggressive, then stick with who you are. And apparently, nowadays, going for it on your own end, it really ain't nothing anymore.
Looking to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Williams. Turning it on. Inside the 25, stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chains. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on first down. Touchdown, Buffaloes! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
That is exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Maybe if he could have eluded just one or two more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. On the ground, it's Alexander. Still running at the 40. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Corners are going to bail. Dropping back, it's King. Here's a heat. Going to try to get it himself. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys. Looks like we've got a great game day atmosphere today in Atlanta.
And the Buffaloes will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They'll open this third quarter with a run. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Good work up front to get that first down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Quick release by the QB.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom. I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
The Yellow Jackets in a good spot here with second and short. They'll move the wide receiver. They want to run this quarterback. Short gain on the play before he slides.
You know, this offensive line, they've just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance.
Breaks into the open. Big run there. Gets it inside the 20, all the way down to the 14 before he goes out of bounds. And the Yellow Jackets getting set on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for a crease, it's Alexander. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without without scoring.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up?
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And they had the extra point to finish the drive. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. He hurls one deep down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. With the catch, it's Williams. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. Clock ticks across the 4-minute mark here in the third. Drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Right on target this time. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffs!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Running into the open space. He's past the 30. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Looking to fire. And the throw out to the sideline. Good for a few. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. The Yellow Jackets come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He'll keep it himself. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. 3rd down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he's able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving, keep the sticks rolling.
Got it behind the line. It's Hill. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and game tackled.
There he goes. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
And running backs who can add to the passing game, they can be so dangerous because once they get the catch, they're operating in much more open space than they would be on a handoff. And it really also tests the linebackers' coverage ability and those DBs tackling ability.
They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's King. They'll run the screen.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work.
Leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Yellow Jackets are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia Tech!
Man, we know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Can't hang on, is incomplete. I think he was bracing for the hit and didn't hang on to the football. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Miller. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. The Buffaloes look to keep this drive humming. Here comes the heat. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive. Trailing by fires one high and deep. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own 1. He'll pull it on the read. They got him for the safety. He kept the ball and didn't have time to move a muscle. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20. Slithers into space. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. Fires to the wideout. And the shot play downfield falls harmlessly to the turf, and we've played 3 quarters. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Wants to go up top. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Oh, they really could have used that catch. Their physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Off play action. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Unloads to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. And the Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And it looks as if there will be no return here as the punt goes out of bounds. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession.
Oh, he's got some space. They get him out of bounds. Couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
And here's the 3rd interception of the night.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Unleashes it on the run. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. He's got an open man. Oh, a lot of space. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And the point after is good. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. To throw, it's St. Clair. Finds his tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Miller. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. Trying to keep this drive alive. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. Great place to start for this offense. Quarterback on the keeper. Creates a little space. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Jukes his way for more. They knock him down at the 21. It's a pickup of 5 yards on the play and enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They want that clock to run. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Turning it off. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. And the punishment has been extended.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Troy is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in the Fun Belt, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by a field goal over Sam Houston. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down. And the Buffaloes can really attack on this 2nd and short. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Lets it fly. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. No special teams unit headed to the field again. They'll go for it for a 7th time. Under fire. He's got it. First down and more. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. And the Buffaloes will have it 1st and 10. Here's the pressure. Got him downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Looking down the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. 6th play of the drive coming up. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Deep shot for the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Using his legs, it's Alexander. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Spins away from the defense. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think, would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative